So, we're now in Barga, in the north of Tuscany, in the Apuan Alps. And about to go for our first run. This is Barga Old Town we're staying in at the moment. Really nice apartment owned by a great host called Paul. I'll post links to the apartment. You can check it out. Very typical Tuscan old walled town. Tiny narrow streets. Yes, this is a road. Yes, you can drive around here. Two-way road, two-way street. Like that. That is how you navigate these streets in a Citroen Picasso. You take multiple attempts to turn. A little cooler today, but dry, sunny. Oh, that's the Picasso still turning. This is the old aqueduct that brought the water in. And our house is this yellow one here. So tomorrow I'm thinking of doing a shorter, more of an exploratory walk around Barga Old Town. Today a longer walk run up the hills. Check this out. We'll go back on the pavement in a second, but look at this tree-lined street in its beautiful autumn colours. This is a strength sapping climb, this. Not particularly steep, but a constant climb. I'm also hoping at the end of this the road continues. These houses are really cool and spectacularly sized. That's a helpful sign. Tibet. Perhaps trail shoes was a better way to go than road shoes. That's what we're looking for. And the bridge. It sounds like they're doing a grass cut. Must admit, very glad I don't have a lawn to cut now. It's one of my least favourite garden chores. Definitely the wrong shoe choice for this run. But grateful it's been dry for quite a while. Although this is exactly the kind of terrain I was looking for when I first envisaged doing these videos and runs around Tuscany or around Italy in general. Sweet chestnut casings under feet. Obviously past, but not long past, everything further up here, both in terms of northern and altitude. It's much further on than it was in Florence. Everything is much more red, yellow, browns. Florence is still quite green. There's definitely a chill in the air. I wouldn't say I needed gloves yet, but I can feel my fingers a bit nipped. And yet, yesterday, late October, we were sat in the piazza still having lunch. Late afternoon, 4-ish, 3-ish in fact. We sat, had a glass of wine outside, and then went back to the apartment. I was FaceTime with the boys yesterday morning, and they were telling me that, yeah, it's wet in Scotland, but the water is what makes us able to distill Skiva, the water of life. Also wore the wrong glasses here. I'm wearing my sunglasses, which are prescription so that I can see, but they're a little too dark. And the drop off the side here, 20 feet, something like that, 3 times my height. That's a building. Huh. Very cool. Maybe too big a renovation project. The lady who is closing up the B&B next door to her apartment, she was saying that they moved here 17 years ago from Aberdeen. Neither had experience of a B&B. Her husband, an architect, she a head teacher. Opened a bed and breakfast in Barga in a building which had been abandoned for the previous 25 years. They renovated it all. Some work in the garden, by the way. The garden's awesome. And now they've decided to retire and go wandering. They're keeping what used to be Barga City's, or Barga Town's, old wash house, which they've also renovated into a little house. So keeping that portion of their lovely garden, and then they're selling up the B&B with the rest of the garden. So if anyone's interested in purchasing a B&B, it'll be on the market early next year. There's worse places to stay. She was telling me that I'm concerned about the heat in the summer in Italy, seeing that this is 10 degrees is warm in Scotland. This is taps half weather, almost. And she was saying that because Barga rests on a hilltop, it always gets a breeze, and so even in the height of summer, which is hot, she's never had to put air conditioning into her bed and breakfast bedrooms. Fans are available to move there, and also because it's a 14th century building. How cool is that? That, yeah, definitely wearing the wrong shoes for this. Because it's a 14th century building, there's always air movement. It's drafty, in other words, which means it doesn't get damp. Moisture doesn't get soaked in like it would back at home, where we've insulated to the nth degree and then have to ventilate because we've insulated and just chase our problems down the road. Sorry, the zip from my jacket is pinging off the GoPro harness. There we go. It's one of the first few runs I've wanted the jacket zipped up. Right. So, forgive my mangled Italian pronunciation, but Ponte di Catanana, yeah, Catanana is where we're heading for, which appears to be left down this road, which is interesting, because it should be up on the right, I felt, and it should be up, not down. However, obviously my examination of the map before we left, oh, very cool, look at that, look at these stone heads. This is the Virgin Mary, I would say, but the heads themselves and then the little stone effigies, no idea. Beautiful. So back to what I was saying about Italians in their way and eating dogs. That one's like our old dog Bodie, a Guardian breed, just doing his job. Right, this might be the bridge. This is certainly a bridge. Right, so we're going to try up here, and that boy is either barking at the car now or because he sees me up the hill. It might even be because he sees me. He had a fair vantage point on that balcony. So anyone who's watched Top Gear has probably seen roads like this. Well, they exist in Italy. And they're everywhere. And that's how you do it. Second gear, wee motor. Oh, jeez. I think he's barking at motors. Man, this is steep and never ending. Oh, look at this, still fruiting. Looks like persimmon still to come into its full ripeness. It'll turn a brilliant orange colour. Can't tell if these vehicles are coming up this road or not. Oh, a scent of, I would have said jasmine almost, but it can't be here. I'm too high above sea level. Buongiorno. And the olive's still to ripen here as well. I don't know if she's running for a bus or if she just simply can't brake because it's that steep. I'm just thinking this camera probably doesn't pick that up. And there's our goal for today. Catania. I pronounce that differently each time I say it. I know that I'm not sure about this GN syllable. So let's call it Chiesa di Santo Regolo. That's better. The Church of St. Reginald. Something like that. And the proviso that Regolo follows the Maria Mario rule in Italian. If it ends in O, it's a man, and if it ends in A, it's a woman. So if that was Saint Regina, for instance, then it would be Chiesa di Santa Regola in Italian. I found some other idiots. Buongiorno. I'm not the only one. And I was complaining about Florence's hills. Oh, worth the climb. So my original plan was up there, and like I said, the long run. This has been 2.5 clicks so far. And that's about the same again height as I've just come. Not feeling it so much now, I'll be honest. And all pretense that running is going. Tomorrow it's going to be walking boots. Even at this altitude, the climate is kind enough for vegetable crops. And you can see that by the tree cover. It goes all the way to the very top. I need to go these walks with a backpack, the bottle of water. Oh, church. Whether it's still a church, I'm not sure. That's how most people in Tuscany still heat their homes. Seasoned wood. And birdsong is awesome. However, we've run out of signposts, and this looks like a junction. Nope. Driveway maybe. Oh no, it's a road. Oh, we can't go that way anyway. Oh, our long walk is foreshortened because I need the energy. I think that was my watch telling me my movement ring has closed, or my exercise ring has closed on my Apple Watch. Like, no shit. Right, let's pick the pace up since we're going back downhill. I'm tempted to go right here and kind of do a circuit, but I'm also aware that I may get lost doing that. However, we shall play it safe today and try not to fall going downhill. My goodness, you don't pick up the pace on the steep runs. Chicken coop up there. Smell again. It's quite magnificent scent. I can't quite place what it is though. I don't know what Degley means, but House of the Scotsman. I didn't see the spider web before. How fair does his job? He's got a rare bark on him. Oh, there's an elephant and a man. Carvings all over it. Awesome. And my wife's working this morning as usual, and she said when I left, give me an hour. I've got an hour of back-to-back calls and then I can break for lunch. So that's what I'm approximating to give her. And she's got about 25 minutes of that left. That view, man. That gives me an excuse to stop and just take it in. And somebody's got oil central heating. Seems a strange place for it. Must be a water tank. Must be a natural runoff or a stream there. Yeah, wrong shoes. No grip going up these whatsoever. There he is. Hello, you. Hello. Oh, there's a boy. You doing your job. Oh, my God. Aye, you're doing your job. Good lad. I'll leave you in peace. But not very quickly, pal, alright? So, he's very definitely a guardian breed. Euphemistically also called a sheepdog, but not like a German Shepherd or a Border Collie where they're herding instinct. His is purely defence, kept up here, look after flocks, and if attacked by wolves or bears, he'll fight back. And so that wagging his tail was not, I'm pleased to see you. It was a pure adrenaline. And if I'd tried to climb over the fence, for instance, he would have gone from that warning barking straight into defence and attack. They're incredible animals and hugely loyal to their own family. Perfect for up here, where you got a lot of wolves. Not certain about bears in this part. I know that Abruzzo has bears. I'm sure that proper alpine country in the north of Lombardy has bears. Something which I'm not used to, coming from an island that managed to make its bear and wolf population extinct 400 years ago, 500 years ago, something around that mark. They're awfully good at killing things, man. Not so good at preserving. There you go, the philosophy of a short distance walker. Iron Maiden should write a song about that. This is fabulous surface to run on, even with these stupid road shoes. It's a satisfying crunch. It's a good, fairly level, even surface. And even with the trees here, the views are just stunning. Or perhaps because of the trees. You get a little break, and your eye catches something in the middle distance, which draws you to something in the far distance, which draws you to something even further away, and each time it's, your pupil dilates slightly more. It is a scene of wonder everywhere you look here. What an absolute privilege to be here. Wooden water trough. Tempting as that would be to drink from, I'll give it a miss. As my wife points out to me, I do not have the strongest of constitutions. Doesn't stop me experimenting and trying new things, but it does mean I may suffer for it afterwards. Although the water springs in most Italian towns are provided for public use and are safe to drink. Not the fountains, but there are taps located at central points, because it's such a baking hot country in the summer. It was cheaper for the local powers that be to install water points than replace serfs who had died from thirst or heat exhaustion. Now it's just a tradition that the government provides them. So, because I cut it short going up that hill, we didn't quite get to the top. I think we got about 2/3 of the way. Our way back, I'm going to take a slight detour up the side of the walled town and then in through one of the old gate houses, and we'll cut through Barga, Vecchio, Old Town, and Yeah, and then back to the apartment. The grass cutting still going on. There's a fair amount of grass to cut as well.
Okay.
It's a lot more pleasant downhill than it was uphill, but I can get a better idea of how steep it was coming down this way. I don't feel so bad about wimping out near the end. There's the road we came up, Via della Fontana. School's it. Here because there's a pavement that goes up the right. I like the wee handbag dugs guarding the car, and then the kind of Corso sat up. Right, well, I was sleeping. Oh, the reek off of that diesel motor. That was howling. Well, this is what draws the tourists to Barga on the weekend. There's the old gatehouse. This is a limited traffic zone, so you have to have a permit to drive here. Yes, drive. So cool. Church of St. Elizabeth, Santa Elisabetta. Sounds like there's a motor coming up this road. I was hoping to catch it coming in there to show you. And the Duomo at the top of the hill. We'll do that later. Legs are not happy going up that steep, and I know I've got to go down the hill to get to our house. Next video, dear viewers, not this one. This is worth a wee detour. How is that? Beautiful red roofs, the lush green forest, and then the spiky mountain tops. And then the other way, you've got the Chiesa and the Dome. And we're just going to thread our way back through the town. And a route I've never been before, so I'm not going that way, I'm going the other way. So, The streets are so narrow that you never know whether this is somebody's garden, and you're walking until you've walked into their house. This is where I was aiming for. It's now running down these, the cambers again, yeah, and they're not quite narrow enough or long enough. Also, a fall from here you would lose teeth and break bones. Hey, mon Demi.
What's it like?
So, we didn't quite make it to there, but we did a good attempt. Might try again later in the week.